Alright, y'all. We're in St. Louis now, and we're fixing to have barbecue right behind us at Pappy's BBQ. What is this, Wednesday morning?
Yep.
I think it's day 9.
8?
Day 8?
No, I think you're right, 9.
Day 9. We'll figure it out by the time we get done. But we're going to have lunch here at Pappy's BBQ, ready for another adventure in a barbecue joint. We'll get back with you when we're done. All right, y'all. Pappy's BBQ, downtown St. Louis, Missouri. But look, y'all, something happened when we went in there. Everybody on the list, all the barbecue places on the list are in trouble now. Talk about a game changer.
Yeah.
Pappy's come in here and just totally destroyed the rankings.
Yeah.
So first things first, we find the place downtown, and there's a lot of people outside. There's a lot of people inside. We go up, we find the place. We walk over to the door there, and the ladies and the guy that was working outside, they're doing outside. They're doing drop off and pick up orders, and then there's some picnic tables outside across the street. People can sit over there, and they'll take your order and bring it to you and whatever. And we said, can we sit inside? And they said, yeah, the line's around the back, in the door, and up the ramp, or something like that. So we went around the back, up the ramp, in the door, or something. And as soon as I opened the door,
there's people.
Bam!
Yep.
We hit the back of the line. I'm talking a long line. Y'all, we waited in this line. We got in there at 9 minutes after 1 p.m.
Duh.
And we didn't get to the front of the line until like 1:27. That's not a complaint. That's just the way it was.
Yeah.
And
it's not a terrible wait.
No.
For any restaurant.
No, I mean people wait at your favorite steakhouse on a Saturday night,
45 minutes.
45 minutes sometimes.
Yeah.
For a table. You just don't have to stand in line for that long. You get your little buzzer and you go off to your car and wait for it or whatever. So it's not terrible. It just was a long line. By the way, when you see a long line at a barbecue joint, you need to get in that line because they got good barbecue. Like probably dang good barbecue.
And they make a point to tell you that they're open until they run out.
Right. They give you hours that they're open,
So,
and until they run out of food.
Yeah.
Any barbecue joint worth its sauce is going to run out of food most every day before they close. I'm just saying, that's the way it works.
Yeah.
So let's get to it. Okay. We get in the line. Okay, let me tell you about the line. One more thing about the line. We got closer to the front of the line, and the two girls that were working the front, seating people, every now and then they come over and they had to tell everybody, we don't want y'all coming in front of the orange line, because it was blocking traffic. It was blocking people walking around, and the servers are doing this. So you stay behind the orange line. There's an orange line when you get to the very front of the line, there's an orange tape on the floor, and they say stay behind the orange tape. Dude, the dude in front of us literally had both of his toes on the very front of that line so he wouldn't cross it, but he was right on the very. I'm like, really, dude? You gotta push it right to that limit. You couldn't just step back a little bit where they want you to be. People. All right, I digress. Look,
Anyway,
we finally get our table. We had our the menu on our phone, so we knew what we wanted. We ordered ribs. We ordered brisket. We ordered chopped chicken because it was cheaper to order that way.
Yeah.
It was smoked chopped chicken.
Yeah.
And they did not have macaroni and cheese.
Oh, come on.
However, they did have coleslaw, and they had some other sides. Y'all, they had deep fried corn on the cob.
That was, oh my gosh. We're not even talking about the corn yet.
I said deep fried corn on the cob. So we get, that's what we ordered, and the food comes out. Everybody was nice. People were awesome.
Yeah.
All this food comes out. I was like, man, here we go again. It's more barbecue. And first thing I do is eat that corn, because I know if you don't eat corn while it's hot, you're not going to get it at its best. The corn was off the hook. I put plenty of butter and salt on there, and it was good. It was good. I ate that corn on the cob, chucked out the corn cob, and then Pam started digging into the chicken. So what's your thoughts on the chicken?
We always eat the chicken first.
We always eat the chicken first.
This chicken, it was really good. It was like rendezvous good.
Rendezvous chicken was the best chicken we had.
Yes.
So you're saying it's rendezvous good?
I would say they're neck and neck.
Okay. So one of the top chickens. I think it was pretty good. I don't think it was dry. I think it had a good smoke flavor. And especially when I put their special barbecue sauce on it, the Pappy's special barbecue sauce on it, it was really good.
Well, and they leave the skin on there. I mean, it's a piece of chicken. They cut it up.
It's got a little char on the skin too. So it was good. It was good. The chicken gets a thumbs up. Pam saying it might have been one of the best chickens we've had so far. And I might have to agree with her. So I don't go craving chicken all the time. However, I do enjoy chicken when it's done right. Then the brisket. Let's talk about the brisket. What are your thoughts on the brisket?
I would say this brisket was probably the disappointment of the plate.
Of the plate.
Of this plate.
I thought you were going to say disappointment of the trip. I was like,
no.
Okay, so of all the food we got today in St. Louis, the brisket was the low point.
Yes. It was good. It had good flavor, but it was thin sliced.
Yeah.
Like you're going to make a lunch meat sandwich.
All right, so.
And, I mean, brisket. I love brisket.
Yeah, everybody does brisket different, and there's a lot of different ways to prepare it and cut it and slice it and serve it. The flavor was there. It was good brisket flavor that had a good smoke ring on it. There wasn't anything bad tasting about it. I think it was the way they sliced it. It was sliced like a deli meat.
And you get no texture out of it. It's just
the texture was totally different.
Yeah.
We like it to be sliced. And
you get no char from it either.
Where the meat, if it's cooked tenderly, it just starts falling apart. Well, this here, it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was really tender. It wasn't tough or nothing like that. It just wasn't tender. But it had good flavor. It's good brisket. It wasn't. It's not brisket I'm going to drive out of my way for. Put it that way. So 4 stars for the brisket. So that means, that should tell you something though, because if the brisket is the low point of the whole plate, then what does that mean for the ribs?
You talk about the ribs.
All right, look, first thing I noticed while I'm standing in line, I'm at the front of the line, keeping my feet behind keeping my feet behind the orange tape, so I don't get yelled at by these young people working at the front end. And I don't want to make the barbecue people mad, so I do what I'm told. I look up and I see a sign that says, what did it say? Voted best ribs in America.
Yeah.
By Food Network. By Food Network. So, and they had other things hanging on the wall about some other awards that they win and stuff like that. So I was like, these might actually be some good ribs. And we got in there and sat down, and there comes the ribs, and there were 6. Where I got a half slab, y'all. I ordered a half slab, and it came with 6 bones on the half slab, which I think is way plenty, because this wasn't thin. It wasn't real thin ribs. It actually had a bunch of meat on it. So I took 3 ribs, 3 bones, and cut it right down the middle so she could have 3 and I could have 3, and it was still as big as some places serve half slab.
Yeah.
Or it seemed that way. And when I cut it with a plastic knife, and I couldn't get it to cut straight through because the meat was so tender.
Yeah.
It was like
falling
just
out.
it was just like it was like a hot knife through butter just falling through there. I was like, uh-oh. We're in trouble here. We might need some
Another half a rack?
CPR or something, because once we eat this ribs, we're gonna need some help. So I gave her side, and I started eating my side, and I was like, man, these are the first bite. I was like, these are the best ribs from the whole trip so far. I mean, they were thick, had a lot of meat on them. They fell off the bone. I didn't even have to fight with them. The bones just came right out. The meat was, I didn't have to struggle to chew it. I didn't want to put any sauce on it, but I wanted to try the sauces, and they were all good. All the ones I tried, I only tried two. I think I only tried two.
That had the good,
and
like they put a little sauce on there and stuck it back on the grill.
Yeah, they had the good char on the ribs. And it was ribs that were like melting in my mouth but sticking to my fingers, y'all. Like every time I tried to touch it and pull it off the bone, it would I could hang it off my finger.
The meat fell.
But then when I put it in my mouth, it was like melt like butter.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how you do ribs, y'all. That's how ribs are supposed to be made. In St. Louis, I'm a little bit surprised that St. Louis is right now my favorite of the trip. They're going to be number one. Pappy.
Oh, you're just going to go straight to what's your ratings?
Well, we can talk about the coleslaw if you want to.
Oh, that was the most unique coleslaw, I would say. And it was really, I looked at it and I thought, that's going to be gross. But it was really good. It was
not,
like pickled coleslaw.
Yesterday, I mentioned to y'all, I prefer creamy style coleslaw that's got a creaminess to it with the coleslaw flavor and the good cabbage or whatever. And that is the way I like it. But this one is all vinegar. It's vinegar with some coleslaw spices and good cabbage and a little bit of, you can see a little bit of finely chopped carrots in there. But it's almost like they took cabbage and pickled it.
Yeah. Well, they did call it vinegar slaw.
Yeah. So that was off the hook too. So I like it that way and the creamy coleslaw way. So that's what we had. And I found a piece of bread under my half slab of ribs, which I didn't even eat the bread. I was like, oh, there's bread there. So we got done eating, and I was like, my fingers were so sticky, y'all. I couldn't. I still got stuff on my fingers. That's what you like when it comes to ribs. So here we are. Let's do our rankings. You go first. Where are you putting Pappy's?
I think we're both in agreement on this one.
You're putting Pappy's number one.
It's number one.
Pappy's done took over it all.
All the rest of it doesn't change at all except one number more.
All right, so name off the way you got it then.
So what's my...
You got Pappy's number one.
Then 1907.
1907, number two.
Station 8, number 3.
Number 3.
Martin's is number 4. Big D's number 5. Arthur Bryant, number 6. Whole Hog is number 7. Rendezvous, number 8. And Sugar's number 9.
Sugars. Starting to feel bad for Sugars. Not really, but they're never going to get off the bottom, I don't think. Unless something bad happens between St. Louis and Western North Carolina, they're probably going to stay there. They're good food. They're just not a barbecue joint. All right. Here's my
your rankings.
My rankings. Official rankings from St. Louis, as of St. Louis. Number 1, game-changing number 1, Pappy's. Pappy's Barbecue, downtown St. Louis, coming in number 1. Bumping off Station 8 Smokehouse to number 2, which bumps Martin Barbecue Joint to number 3, which then bumps Big D's to number 4, Big D's Barbecue from yesterday. And then 1907 Barbecue to number 5. Then, of course, Arthur Bryant's Barbecue from Kansas City, which is surprising, is all the way down to number 6. I thought they were going to be higher than that. And then Rendezvous, I thought they were going to be higher than what they are, but that's number 7. And then Whole Hog is number 8. And then, of course, Sugar's Ribs bringing up the rear in style. Here's the problem, y'all. We're traveling around the country, and we're trying some of the best barbecue joints there are. So when you got Rendezvous down there in 7th and 6th or whatever I just said they are, that's because there's so many good barbecue places.
Yeah.
I would make this. You know what? We may have to make this trip again just to be sure
Just to
that
try.
the way we end up ranking them is the right way. We may have to make the trip
Well, if we
again.
do it backwards, I wonder if that would make a difference. Or
Yeah.
go on different, make sure it's a different day.
Yeah, maybe so.
Because like the Arthur Bryant's was Sunday.
Yeah, we may have to do it. We may have to. We
You know what I'm
may
saying?
have to do the trip backwards and hit all these places again.
Mm-hmm.
We'll decide on that later. All right, look, y'all. That was it. This is day 9 in St. Louis. Day 9. We've hit 9 barbecue joints, and we've traveled. Let me tell you how many miles we've traveled, because I keep forgetting to put it up there, and I know somebody that's watching these videos cares about that. So as of right now, we left the house not last Sunday, Sunday before. We left after church, and we drove to Chattanooga that night. And from then to now, we've driven 2,546.8 miles as of right now. And we've spent 59 hours and 4 minutes and 15 seconds in the truck. As of right now.
It's a good thing we like each other.
It's a good
That's
thing.
a lot of
It's a
time
good
together.
thing we love each other. It's a good thing we love each other. Look, I wouldn't eat this much barbecue with anybody else in this world.
With anybody but you.
But you.
It sounds like a country song.
I'm just saying. and don't nobody steal that country song, because I might write that song and then you'll be. It's a copyright issue. All right, look here. Tomorrow we're gonna get up and we're heading to Lexington, but we're stopping in Louisville for lunch at a barbecue joint. We're gonna try a place. What we got?
FDKY. I
right.
don't know what that is.
We don't even know what it is. It's we'll have to look. We'll look it up and see. It's a 4 letters. Probably a fire department, something or other. I don't know. Who knows? But we're going to spend the night in Lexington. So we're stopping for lunch in Louisville and then hitting Lexington for supper. So 2 barbecue joints tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be tough. It's not really going to be tough, but it's it's
going to be tough to get the videos done.
It's probably going to be tough for her, but for me, because we're had barbecue for lunch today. We're going to have White Castle tonight, and then for supper, and then tomorrow we're going to have lunch barbecue, dinner barbecue, and then probably the day after that we're going to stop in Sonny's in Corbin, Kentucky on the way to Knoxville
And have lunch.
for barbecue at Corbin. Sonny's barbecue in Corbin, Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the journey so far. What to look forward to. Stay tuned for day 10 tomorrow. Day 10. So there's going to be 2 day 10. There's going to be 2 day 10s, by the way, because we're going to do lunch and supper between Louisville and Lexington tomorrow. But we'll figure out how we're going to do the video. Check y'all tomorrow.
See ya.
See ya.